The angel's message to you is brought to you today by the Archangel Ariel and says, "Whom will you listen to, the heart or reason?" My beloved, human society has spent years working against itself, raising up numerous limiting and negative beliefs. These beliefs have led humanity to feel that nothing was in their favor, creating a general distrust. Humanity has spent too long separating what has remained united. Human society has been bent on distinguishing that which is one. In this special message that comes with light directly to your being, you must pay attention and open both your mind and your heart to absorb and find the real essence that dwells in you and achieve changes in your life. That is why, staying until the end, you will discover why this message was really for you and how much you needed it. Also take advantage of the final advice to take your first big step. For a long time, human beings have tried to show that the voice of reason and the voice of the heart are different things. They have tried to make you believe that the voice of reason comes from wisdom and that the voice of the heart comes from sentimentality or weakness. However, none of this is true. They have tried to make reason a servant of the ego, trying to break its nature of truth and true essence. I know this information is a bit complex and difficult for you to understand, but even if your human mind does not understand it, your divine wisdom does, and it will do the work for you to understand this great truth. It is time for you to understand this truth. I know that for a long time you have been taught not to trust your abilities, but this has only made your self-esteem diminish and you cannot follow your own criteria, turning you into a distrustful soul. All souls are born with an identical purpose that can materialize in millions of different ways. All souls long for the love of God. Ignore what others tell you and seek to fulfill your divine mission. Humanity has gone through a great stage of generalized unhappiness. Humans feel miserable both individually and collectively. This has reached a very negative view of all existence. You should know that this perception is generated by the ego. Humanity goes through such great unhappiness due to the lack of love. The inability to feel loved is what produces the inability to love. These two inabilities produce unhappiness. Human beings have continually made this mistake, to look outside themselves for answers that they can only find within themselves. In this way, all the collective negativity and unhappiness has led humanity to forget what the meaning of life was. Even you yourself suffered these consequences individually. You came to wonder why you were here and why you should continue to fight. If you lose this light that guides you, it is normal that you question all this. You should not feel guilty. You are human, but you are here to learn. It is good to recognize that there is a possibility that you are making a mistake. Keep in mind that all the knowledge that is unknown to you is not really unknown. You are only decoding that information that your being keeps under lock and key. You are remembering all that information, and as you remember it, your consciousness will rise higher and expand in a perfect way. Now and before we continue, I invite you to subscribe and share our channel. Your support helps us to create more valuable content for you. Thank you always. For a long time you were taught that reason and heart were totally different things. You think that reason was housed in your mind, but what is in your mind is not the real reason. The real reason is the conscience. This is what connects you with the spiritual intelligence and divine wisdom. It is what helps you understand the meaning and purpose of your existence. You have also thought that the voice of the heart was only linked to human feelings and to that which sometimes makes you feel vulnerable and weak. But this is not true either. The heart is the manifestation of God, so it is love in all its dimensions. The heart allows you to love and to be loved. So my beloved, today I invite you to understand that these two things, these two voices, are really the two sides of the same coin. Both the voice of reason and the voice of the heart have the same meaning. This meaning is the love of God. It is only through the love of God that you can understand the meaning of life and of your life. Only through God's love will you be able to love yourself and others in all their fullness. You cannot separate yourself from that which is united by divine nature, so that the capacity to love and reason comes directly from God. Both capacities emanate from the direct source of creation in its full splendor. The flame of God dwells in your heart and not only invites you to love, but also to understand. The love of God is not only a relief for your soul, but the awakening of your soul. The reason that is not inspired by the love of God will not be the true reason. Reason seeks to move away from the understanding of God, being a consequence of the ego, but never of the reason of God. Love that does not rise above God's reason will not be true love either, for it emanates from the infinite creation. True love is born of the certainty of God, of your unique and indestructible connection with Him. I know that many times throughout your life you have debated between what your reason told you and what your heart said. You spent a lot of time trying to make a decision without knowing which voice to listen to. You must understand that perhaps you were not aware that the voice of reason and heart are the same and both emerge from God, from your eternal Father. Maybe the mistake you were making was confusing the voice of the ego with the voice of reason. Do not believe that because something calls you to be prudent it is the voice of the ego. The ego actually seeks to keep you anchored and prevent you from navigating in the harmony of the universe. The ego will fill you with fears. However, reason is the divine wisdom. It will make you have the certainty of God and make you connect with your higher self. Thus you will always find the answers that emanate directly from your soul, for your soul knows the way and is aware of things that your human mind cannot yet remember. Now I ask you, are you willing to tune your mind to the melody of success and allow prosperity to flow to you? Today, I have left in the description a powerful tool that will help you and bring you closer to your happiness, peace, and tranquility. I invite you to get to know it. Be proactive and open the doors to a future where success and prosperity are your daily reality. Do not underestimate the power of now. The opportunity you have today to change your life will never present itself in the same way again. Act today, go for the description and create the tomorrow you deserve. Blessings forever.